Today we're going to talk about finding resources for your Genius Hour project. The first place you want to go to find resources is our Somerset Library Media Center catalog. When you get to the catalog, make sure that you are logged in. It should say your name up here. If it does not, you will not have access to all of our materials. So you want to make sure you go ahead and log in. Then you'll click on Catalog and Destiny Discover. As a part of your brainstorming process, you thought of a driving question and some keywords and phrases you could use to find resources. My driving question is, how can we make a better school lunch menu? And I'm going to start by just searching for school lunch as my first set of keywords. So I put school lunch in quotation marks. This lets the computer know that I want it to look for resources that have school and lunch next to each other in sentences. If you do not put the quotation marks around it, it's going to give you everything about school and everything about lunch. I go ahead and click search. And I can see that the first set of results, a lot of it seems to be fiction books that have to do with characters that work in schools, like Lunch Lady. So I'm going to move to this databases section. Destiny Discover searches all of the databases that MCPS pays for in one click. So it's a great place to find lots of options without having to go to each individual database. You can see that it's given me results for Britannica, Culturegrams. I'm going to go ahead and look at this SIRS Discoverer. This is a great database to find news articles related to topics. If I click on Show Resources, it's going to give me the title of the article and then a little synopsis of what it's about. So for example, this one says Cafeteria Wars. What's the latest political battle in Washington? Your lunch. It's from Junior Scholastic, which I know is a good resource. Read more about the controversies over school lunch standards. So this might be something that I want to look at. If I click on the title, a new tab will take me right to the resource. Then I can take some time to preview the resource. If after reading through, I think it's something that I'm going to want to take notes from, back at Destiny Discover, I can click this favorite button. And then I can keep looking back at other options. Mixed grades for new healthy school lunch rules. That might be something that's interesting. As you are finding resources, you can favorite them. And then when you come back or do a different search, let's say, for example, I want to learn also about food groups so that I can make sure that the lunches include all of our dietary needs. I'm going to see if there's any books on food groups. Looks like there isn't, but I could find, let's see what Britannica has to say. Food and nutrition. So this might be helpful. I can favorite that. Then when I'm ready to take notes, I can log back in, and here on the left-hand side, there's a section called favorites, and you can see but their direct links to them are right here. So I can come back to my favorites, open one up, and start taking notes.